Good morning. I'm Brad DeLong, and this is my morning coffee. Today I want to remind you why we economists do not like large budget deficits, like those run in the United States by presidents like Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush. And I want to remind you of this by reading a quote written 240 years ago by Adam Smith, part of Book 5 of his Wealth of Nations. In that, Adam Smith wrote, quote, "To transfer from the owners of land and capital stock, who are persons interested immediately in the good condition of every particular portion of land, and in the good management of every particular portion of capital stock, to, the creditors of the public, must in the long run occasion both the neglect of land and the waste or removal of capital stock. A creditor of the public, considered merely as such, has no interest in the good condition of any particular portion of land, or in the good management of any particular piece of the capital stock. The practice of funding, i.e. budget deficits, has gradually enfeebled every state which has adopted it. The Italian republics seem to have begun it, Spain seems to have learned the practice from the Italian republics, and its taxes, being probably less judicious than theirs, it has, in proportion to its natural strength, been still more unfeebled, France, notwithstanding all its natural resources, languishes under an oppressive load. The Republic of the United Provinces is as much enfeebled by its debts as either Genoa or Venice, United Provinces being Holland. Is it likely that in Great Britain alone, a practice which has brought weakness or desolation into every other country should prove altogether innocent? The system of taxation established in those other countries, Adam Smith goes on to say, is inferior to that of England. I believe that is so, Adam Smith says, but it ought to be remembered that when the wisest government has exhausted all the proper subjects of taxation, it must, in cases of urgent necessity, have recourse to improper ones. To the honor of our present system of taxation, indeed, it has hitherto given us so little embarrassment to industry that during the course of even the most expensive wars, the frugality and good conduct of individuals seem to have been able, by saving and accumulation, to repair all the breaches which the waste and extravagance of government had made in the general capital of society. At the conclusion of the late war, that is the 7 Years' War, the 1756 to 1763 war, the most expensive that Great Britain had ever waged, her agriculture was as flourishing, her manufactures as numerous and as fully employed, and her commerce as extensive as they had ever been before. Great Britain seems to support with ease a burden which, half a century ago, nobody believed her capable of supporting. Let us not, however, upon this account, rashly conclude that she is capable of supporting any burden, nor even be too confident that she could support without great distress a burden a little greater than what has already been laid upon her. That was Adam Smith in 1776. I'm Brad DeLong, and this is my morning coffee.